Initiating System 1. System 1 loaded.
The GoreCast is brought to you by American Horrors, the greatest uncut horror channel in the world. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all horror. As well as the Station of Decapitation Without Your Head.
America's longest running horror channel, www.withoutyourhead.com.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
What's up, GoreCasters? Welcome back here to the GoreCast with me, Johnny Deadly, and all of the rest of my horror news, miscreantly infueled horror news crew with news revolving around the world of horror, because they're a news team that review.
That's me.
Also, if you hear feedback from any of the guys, let me know so I can turn down my microphones. Headphones.
Akagi's in. Hi,
Wrong
Akagi.
tags, I think.
Hello.
Oh, they are, you
Hello.
know.
Yeah. Community Games Epic. Yeah, he has a point.
I can fix that.
Okie dokie. Okie dokie.
That's not even, but that ain't even what it takes. I can fix that right now. That's not a problem.
Okay. I was going to ask if that's something that you'd need us to cover for and crack on with the news with while you take care of it, but if you don't, then you don't.
No. I should be able to talk and type at the same time. I'm a functioning adult. I'm able to do at least two things at the same time.
Multitasker.
Someone give me three. Hey, Katie. Also, hey, Joseph. And also, hey, Hickage. Welcome into the chat. Can I guess what would be the three biggest news bits from tonight?
I'm going to say probably Dave Warner.
Dave Warner.
Yeah,
Any
actor.
relation to Dave Google?
Don't think so.
W-A-R-N-E-R?
Warner, yeah.
Dave Warner. Okay. What happened to Dave Warner?
Or David,
Dead?
sorry.
Dead?
David Warner.
Yeah,
David.
sorry, David.
David.
Warner.
Proper
title.
Passing?
I'm guessing either Interview with the Vampire or The Simpsons.
Both of those are perfect. Interview with Vampire.
Probably.
And if you think Pearl is bigger than Interview with a Vampire and The Simpsons, you are fucking mental.
Not Simpsons. Maybe Interview.
No,
with the
I think
Vampire.
you'll find that it's a long-standing franchise that's been relatively successful for nigh on 30 years.
Aware, but it's a.
Buzz, I am a fan of the film Pearl without even seeing it yet because I was a fan of X and I enjoy where the story is going, its potential.
It's because
Even
X
I don't
is
think
going
it's
to give
true.
it to you, as we all know.
A younger generation does not know Interview with the Vampire. They might know Pearl more. So I'm just going with the younger.
I think you're
audience.
fucking crazy. That younger generation were around for a thing known as Twilight, and if you're into Twilight, you will eventually stumble upon Interview with a Vampire.
You know my thoughts about Twilight. Go watch.
Oh, my thoughts are the
TV
same, but
show.
eventually you will somehow retroactively fall into good vampire movies. That's
Yeah.
the one good thing
I'm
about
not saying it's
Twilight, is that lots of people that weren't into vampires, presumably, now hate Twilight as well.
Right.
Because they're like, okay,
I'm
now
not
I know
saying
why
it's
everyone
not
was
good.
calling me a stupid vampire
Do you know-
wanker for the last
Do you
10
know
years.
I'd love to sit down like a pure Twilight fan and just.
Roddy, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. How are you? Look at me, I
Roddy.
got a Madonna headset on today. Oh,
But grab a Twilight fan who's never seen anything else and sit them down and go, so you've seen Twilight, you know vampires. Okay, let me introduce you to Francis Ford Coppola's Bram Stoker's Dracula. And go.
Well, like you said, though,
yes.
eventually they're all like, I need more sparkly vampires.
Is that the one you'd
and then they
start them
skip
with?
over good shit.
Absolutely.
would you not go Interview with a Vampire and kind of like water shell them into it a little bit easier?
Work them into it, yeah.
Not a hope.
Interview with a Vampire, because they're like, okay,
you
so
go
they're
too-
still in love,
Right. Like, if you
but
go
these
too
guys are a lot
extreme,
more
then you just
violent
scare
than the
them
other
off.
vampires, and then
Hang
you
on.
bring them into Dracula.
Hang on. Dracula is all about being an intense love story, okay? If they're all about the fucking love from Twilight, they will absolutely love the ageless, bygone, immortal love that Dracula has for his beloved, now reincarnated Mina.
Yes, after watching Interview with a Vampire, because I think the whole methodology behind the original one might shock the shit out of.
Yeah.
Wait, they're not good guys? No, they're not good guys, you fucking jackass. Jesus Christ. Has popular cinema taught you nothing? Anybody would hair that long, looking that young and gorgeous and dressed in all black that exclusively comes out at the night time? Bad guy.
Or the Crow.
Or the Crow. Well, I mean, technically he's a murderer. It's just he has valid reason.
Hey, there's a lot of good guys that are technically murderers. It's just they have valid reasons.
Spider-Man.
In fact,
well, actually, no, Spider-Man's a bad example. Spider-Man's actually probably the one that hasn't murdered anybody because of...
Wolverine.
The Punisher.
Actually, Wolverine has never claimed to be a good guy.
Oh, Wolverine's
He's also...
never claimed to be a good
Punisher's
guy.
also never claimed to be a good guy.
He's actually expressly said he's a bad guy on several occasions. It's just he's the bad guy that goes after bad guys.
He's Marvel's toe cutter.
Yeah. John Wick. John Wick never hurt anybody innocent. John Wick.
No,
Eddie Brock has made some mistakes, but has never intentionally hurt anyone innocent.
He was also to race.
They call him Lincoln Protector for a reason.
So hurtful.
What?
We're going.
Race just hurt.
No.
That's not the one we're talking. We're not talking about that Eddie Brock. We're
Oh.
talking about the real Eddie Brock, not fake Eddie
That
Brock.
never
Not Eddie Brock light.
I will accept Tom
Hardy.
Thank you. I almost said Tom Holland.
Close.
Just the
That
complete
wasn't weird.
opposite antithesis of what Venom is. The good old Tom Holland.
This is kind of
Big old beefy boy Tom Holland.
If they had done the Secret Wars, it would have been cool because he could have had the symbiote. He could have gone all crazy. He could have done that near moment where he almost kills somebody. Maybe it's Rhino, maybe it's somebody else. Who knows? And then he realizes the symbiote is a thing that's driving him mad and he needs to get rid of it.
There's a lot of couldas in that
Anyway,
statement.
none of these things. Actually, no, that's probably not true because Buzz is going to be talking about San Diego Comic Con. So some of these things may actually be applicable to the news story later on, but for the most part, presumably not.
Right now,
No, I said I was gonna do Comic Con, but I didn't actually pull up a Comic Con story.
Well, it would appear you're doing that now.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Okay.
I'm all nervous.
So
I'm
anyway,
all
first
nervous.
news bit, bitches. What are we doing? Look at me. Look at me. I'm able to do a whole thing now. People can hear me talking.
You can move and talk.
I can move and talk at the same time.
What
Move,
a
talk,
world.
and type at the same time. I'm like a goddamn wizard.
Oh my god. We are high budget productions here now.
I feel like
but
a saucy
Pearl.
secretary with the headset. What am I doing?
That's I like him.
Mr. Superman no home. Mr. Superman no home. No, you come back later. Mr. Superman no home. No.
Okay. Pearl! It's coming out. Prequel. I'm sorry. To A24's X that came out last year. That was a delight. It took the whole world by storm. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Please tell me I'm right. Am I right?
It's weird. It doesn't seem like it was last year.
y'all gave it good scores.
We watched it. We liked it. Mia Goth was great. Well, guess as Pearl. Now I hear echo.
Oh my god. You're...
There is a new trailer that dropped today. We won't be watching that. Thanks, powers that be, for being a dick. Not Johnny. YouTube and whoever owns the rights to this film. Stop being a dick. A24. You're
goddamn
there.
dicks.
But yeah, so Mia Goth will reprise the role of X's villain Pearl in an upcoming prequel movie titled Pearl. Very clever. A24 had originally teased the credits of Ty West Slasher with a trailer for the top secret prequel movie attached to X exclusively in theaters when it was out last year. That trailer never made its way online, but A24 is releasing it this afternoon. That very trailer. While you wait, you can check out Mia Goth's official Pearl poster. You see it in the article. Posted art below, which is Yes. Which is being advertised by A24 as the extraordinary origin story of the character first seen in X. Down. The brand new prequel set in 1918, close to Alucarda times. Decades prior to the 1970s, set X. Which was released in theaters back in March. Actually, it was March of this year. It wasn't even last year.
Not March
Holy
in Alucarda times, just to clarify.
No. March in 2022 times.
Party Buzz is very active, by the way.
And what?
We hear him before the cam somewhat. Buzz's synopsis sound like it's being done in a cave.
That's okay. That's the where I'm doing it. That's guys. You found out where I was doing my my read this week. I was in a cave.
Better than in space.
So good job. Where did I go?
Oh.
Where are we going?
Same for me.
Now.
What?
Is it gone now?
The sound issue.
Don't know. Let me.
No, I'm asking them. Is it gone now? I think. Do you remember the way I was saying? I think your audio is coming through my mic from my headphones. That would be the echo.
So they're hearing it that way.
Which is why I'm asking if it's gone now, but no one's answering.
None of the concerned are
Well,
talking.
none of the concerned are talking.
Okay, I'm speaking now, so hopefully things are cleared up, and if otherwise, then you can let us know one way or another, and I'm going to stop talking now, because I've been talking for quite a long time. We're worried that it's going to be too long, and I won't have anything else to say.
I definitely think that's never going to be a problem.
Yeah. Alright, I'm still echoey.
Bear with us, because we can't continue if we sound like we're in a cave.
It's crazy because neither Carter or Johnny are echoing now.
Oh, right. Well, I wouldn't be echoing because I'm coming in through a separate audio source.
Yeah, nerd.
Because you don't sound echoey on my end.
Matrix if it's Giz.
Talk there, Buzz. Buzz.
Talking.
Keep doing the news article. Just what I.
Just keep doing the news echo while he starts it.
I was trying to listen back for you. Let's see, where was I at? The brand new prequel movie is set in 1918, decades prior to 1970's set X, which was released in theaters back in March of this year. Goth played the dual role of Pearl, a senior citizen, and Maxine, the film's final girl. The film ends with Maxine killing Pearl, who, along with her husband Howard, had been brutally slaying Max's friends throughout the movie. Ty West had indicated earlier this year that that the world of X may eventually even expand to include a third movie. But at this time, we've heard no official confirmation of that. Pearl, meanwhile, was already filmed around the same time as X, which I think we talked about when we did the movie. West told Bloody Disgusting earlier this year, part of the idea of this movie that's cool to me is that there is a bigger thing to it all. What can I tell you about Pearl? Because we've already made it, and it's... Wait. What can I tell you about Pearl? Because we've already made it, and it's done. It's a very... Oh, Jesus Christ, I thought this was going to be easier to read. It is very... Okay, so whoever typed the story, you suck at typing. It is very much a story about Pearl. So you learn more about her. It is stylistically very different from X. You do not need one without the other, but they enrich each other in a specific way. In the other way that X is affected, let's say, by 1970s horror, independent filmmaking, and American cinema, Pearl is influenced by a very different era of filmmaking. If we do a third one, it will be affected by a different type of cinema. Let's down a little bit to see if there's more story. No, not really. There's going to be some people playing in the movie, and yeah. So we don't have, as of right now, an official release date, but it is said to be this year. And he says, nope, never mind. But yeah. So like I said, there was a trailer that got released. I believe it was the one because for some reason I thought we saw the trailer that played because I don't know, somebody uploaded it to YouTube when X was out, because for some reason I thought I remember singing the trailer at the end of like the credits or something for X. Yeah.
I'd say it should be good. I mean, the film X itself was a good kind of. Sir?
Talk there.
Check 1 2 1 2. But yeah, I mean, the original film X was kind of not so much a reinvention of the genre, but certainly a new approach to it, and one which kind of gets people hooked, draws people in. So to see the origins of the main protagonist of the film and how she got to the stage where, you know, this is what she does now to kind of heal everything. I'm sure it's going to be a really fucked up and fun story. So yeah,
I'm wondering if it's going to be not like obviously similar in like the movie itself, but like with what was it? Last Night in Soho, because that was like an older year that movie was set in, but I know it was kind of
back and forth.
It was back, yeah, because she was going back and forth from like her current time to like the past of that one.
I imagine that what we'll be seeing is some. I mean, you ever see Oh Brother Art though? I mean, it'll be that kind of feel to the film, except not comedic.
Yeah.
Probably not as light of a color tone as well either. You know, it's the same visual images, but done probably in darker, sharper kind of colors to make it seem more sinister at times. But I definitely see how, even based on what little we know from the first film being brought out, you know, if I remember correctly, where the lads were all staying was used as a brothel at one point or something like that. You know what?
That sounds familiar, yeah.
Yeah, the whole point is that doesn't she go off and then she ends up coming back and working in the brothel, and then she ends up going psychotic and starts killing people.
From watching the trailer, I know it's something to do with it. Looks like the way, from what it seems, is she's staying at that house. 'Cause I don't know if it's maybe a house that she inherited, because I think it's the same house from X.
Yeah, it is.
And she's with her parents, I believe, and she wants to be a movie star, and she has to like take care of her dad and stuff like that, and it's like preventing her. So she wants like the world, like she wants to be like the biggest star, everybody to know her, and there's certain things that are preventing her from doing that, and that's where she tends to eliminate those obstacles. As from what it looked like in the trailer,
Sister has a very Lizzie Borden feel to it.
Yeah, it does look like we do see a return of the alligator. I don't know if you guys remember the alligator from X. It was like in that little lake area. We do see a shot of the alligator trailer, so we get to see more alligator goodness. Somebody exploded. That was cool. Like literally just exploded. Like they were on the farm and they blewed up and blood and guts everywhere.
Well, given the time frame, it's a distinct possibility someone was holding nitroglycerin.
Could have been.
Or just a stick of dynamite.
Didn't get
that too is a possibility.
Either way, it sounds like we're gonna get just like another round of awesome kind of gorish steel with what might be a pretty decent storyline to find out what made her batshit crazy. Nature or nurture?
Or
just balls out crazy.
Yeah, True.
So yeah, if you want to see the trailer, it's available on the YouTubes. Just look up Pearl, type in your search bars, and watch the trailer and see what it looks like for yourself.
Nice.
Cool. Kagi was saying he thinks that the stuff that Okay, I suppose move on to the next one.
Yeah, so I'm pretty much done. I was trying to stretch for as long as I could. I know.
Katie's saying the echoes are gone.
Yeah, that's because he's.
Oh, can you hear Johnny? That's the big question. Oh, right.
Just for everybody watching, Johnny is turned off for now while he's figuring out audio issues. So we're going to carry the program on echo-free.
Hopefully.
For now.
All right, guess what you got going?
Oh, is it me next? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, I suppose we have to move on to some rather sad news now. As legendary actor and all-around fucking gentleman, David Warner unfortunately passed away, I think it was in the last day or two, from a cancer-related illness. The British actor was a fantastic part of the horror and sci-fi genre with a large number of fans. Warner is just as iconic and exists in the same wheelhouse of horror greats as Vincent Price, Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee. Some of his iconic roles include Twin Peaks, Tron, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's also known for doing voice work, which he's been prolific in as well. For those familiar with the 90s DC continuity, he was the voice of Ra's al Ghul. He's been in various other things, including Gargoyles, numerous other... Basically, anything that has required a rather iconic, stoic British voice. A lot of the times, David Warner is the guy that they've called in to do the job because he's fantastic in it. The same goes for his film roles. He managed to bring a certain gravitas to anything that he was doing, even ridiculous shit like I mentioned in previously, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Boy did a Time Bandits also, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
In a statement released to the BBC by Warner's family, they said, over the past 18 months, he approached his diagnosis with a characteristic grace and dignity. He will be missed hugely by us, his family and friends, and remembered as a kind-hearted, generous and compassionate man, partner and father, whose legacy of extraordinary work has touched the lives of so many over the years. We are heartbroken. Personally, I can't even list the amount of that. Yeah, I mean, he's one of those people that
always busy.
If you're not, that's one of the things. But also, even if you're not seeing him on screen, as soon as you hear that voice, whether it be in, a fucking radio or voice work in fucking film, games, even, and then you see him on screen, whatever it is, he just, it's him.
He's in Cast a Deadly Spell that we did not that long
ago.
Yeah.
I got this filmography thing up here, so I'm just kind of scrolling through, and I just saw that pop up.
No, that's definitely a loss. Because like you said, he's
James Cameron's Titanic.
He's up there with Price and them, just so iconic.
Yeah, he's been working steadily since '62. I'm looking through. There aren't many years where he didn't bring out some form of something, whether it be in cinema or TV, or indeed on stage, I think. I knew he'd done audio dramas. Wow. Doctor Who.
Oh, he did stage 2?
No, I was wrong. But he has done video games, audio dramas, TV, animation, obviously, and film. So yeah, a rather prolific year stretching back pretty much for his entire life when you think about it.
Oh, yeah.
And someone who I think, now that we've gotten to the stage whereby, for an awful lot of, people going to the, the generation that's coming through now, they're seeing a lot of stuff and, they're able to watch it. But when they're hearing older people saying, this is just a remake of a remake of a remake, hopefully it encourages them to go back in time, look up this older stuff and look up the works of David Warner, because they'll find him scattered out throughout fucking everything. So in that regards, he's immortal. You know, his works will live on far, far past his still untimely demise. But yeah, while it is a blow to, I feel, the planetary community, we can kind of take joy knowing that, like I said, he has reached that level of immortality where he has done so much that there's never...
looking through like his list of films, he was able to do so many different styles. Like he was not like a specific genre. I was looking through. He's got horror. He's got comedy. There's sci-fi. There's so much stuff in there that he's able to kind of take whatever role he's given and be able to, because it's not easy to do. I mean, there are obviously actors that can do types of different genres, but it's like to do it well is a different beast in itself.
Joseph said he loves his Doctor Who audio.
I must actually go and check them out myself because there's so many of them. I was kind of like standoffish about getting into them because once you start, it's like a landslide. But like you were saying, Buzz, it's not just that he works well in all the different genres. It's that he's one of those actors that has the capacity to switch seamlessly. And funnily enough, there was a Doctor Who episode where he pops up in it, and that seamless transition is very prevalent in it because his character is a very friendly, very upbeat character. You know, it's a dude on a Russian submarine in the 80s, but he loves like fucking pop music and British music and American music. But the point is that he goes from being that to still carrying out like what at times are terrifying situations that he finds himself in because of what happens over the course of the episode. And once again, it highlights the fact that you can have somebody and they can work well in a comedy and they can work well in the horror and they can work well in an action movie, but it's something else to be able to transition through the roles as needed and to still be able to have the viewer feel that the characterization and the performance is genuine, is real, is believable, is to the point that it draws you in and you're rooting for that person, whether he be a good guy or a bad guy, just because of the performance that the man was able to put in. And like I said, the seamless transition, depending on scene, depending on genre, being able to go from one to the other and still maintain appeal and believability, that I think is the reason why he was so prolific and why we will continue to see him, or people will continue to see him in stuff as they go back and look at everything that he pops up in, whether it's as a guest character or as a main star or whatever.
There's another person that we lost to yesterday as Paul Sorvino. I saw that too. I don't know if you guys saw that too.
Yes, I did. Yes.
He passed, I think, yesterday. And I was just kind of looking through because I'm like, I remember hearing that another, longtime actor passed recently too. So I just looked up, and he has both horror titles to his name. He's got The Stuff, and Repo, the generic opera.
Yeah, he was.
Man, that was so good. Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Hey, Joseph, I looked that up. Tony Dow is still with us, dude. Wally is still around. Apparently, it was a misspeak on his management team.
It's a hell of a fucking misspeak.
Yeah, right. Now, apparently, even the wife thought he was, because I guess he's in hospice. So I guess like even she spoke out, like, yeah, we're gonna miss him. Honey, I'm here. Oh shit. So now everybody's backpedaling.
Save that tweet for later. That's kind of I forgot her name. It was the actress that was in that 70s show. Played Donna's mom. I can't think of the actress's name. It was a very similar thing. We're like, yeah, she passed away, and then like an hour later, nope, she's still there. And then like next day, like, nah, she's gone. Like, are you sure? This time, yep. Sometimes you wanna double and triple check before
Tonic contain. That's it. Yeah. Go you, Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Shit like that, you always gotta wonder, like, what's my management company up to that they just like couldn't call me to find out. It's like, oh yeah, they're gone. Cool. Whatever. Thanks, dude. Thanks.
It was Tanya Roberts. That's who it was.
Oh shit. Tane, that's the
She was the one that.
Danced on White
yeah.
car.
Okay. Roberts is the one that did that whole
According to
Shayna or whatever that was.
Connie Contain was in.
Connie Contain was in.
Charlie's
I think she was Charlie's Angel, but I don't know because I wasn't alive during then.
You are right. She did do.
You are right. She did do Sheena.
According to her things. Yeah, she was in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, she was in Charlie's Angels. Yes, I was right.
Yeah, dude, it's been so long.
Also, she was in Toad's Trap. Ooh.
I never watched Charlie's Angels. I never kept up with any of that. Excuse me.
In
words I can't.
We've
lost some people.
We've lost some people. That's what I was trying to say. Bad couple days.
Well, unfortunately, it's one of the downsides of life that eventually people that you've grown up with watching on stage, screen, or whatever do pass on because they'd probably been working longer than you were alive already. So, yeah.
Well, and it when I caught the article and it said his age, it was like, crap, dude. I mean, it makes sense. He should be that old, but just in your head, it just kind of holy shit, he's that old.
That's what I say about myself every time I wake up. Oh, God.
Actually, I don't, which is weird.
I feel every
inch of 37.
No, other people tend to have to remind me about that crap. It's annoying.
Carter.
Yeah,
Johnny.
No, Johnny's still working.
Oh no. Okay. What to do? You know what? Sandman. Because Sandman is awesome. I guess this is my article. This is nope. Do not rain in my sandbox, dude.
Get in the sandbox.
All right, so for any of y'all that know the comic book Sandman by Neil Gaiman, Netflix has decided to go ahead and throw together Dreams, Nightmares, and Hell into a little bit of a live action bag. Let's see. San Diego Comic-Con had a teasing Hellish Horrors and Fantastical Dreams teaser going on. I didn't catch the teaser. I kind of want to wait for a actual trailer or just full when it comes out and just watch it that way. But let's see. The deal about it is when Sandman, aka Dream, the powerful cosmic being who controls all dreams, is unexpectedly captured and held prisoner for over a century. He must journey across different worlds and timelines to fix the chaos his absence has caused. Excuse me. It's described as a rich blend of modern myth and dark fantasy in which contemporary fiction, historical drama, and legend are seamlessly interwoven. And like I said, I really dig it. I was kind of leery about the whole live action thing, because it just, I'm like, oh man, are you going to be able to do this? But
we were briefly discussing it because you asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, I was never a big Sandman fan, and you seemed surprised by it. Now, bear in mind, my reasons for not being a Sandman fan do not detract from the fact that I expect this to be high end, because I'm very familiar with the subject matter and the kind of stuff that, at least, while you can draw it, you can certainly do it in a visual aspect.
Yeah.
The question is if they will be willing to put the budget in to do it visually on screen, because I feel that given the way that the Sandman stories work, it would be a very detail-orientated thing. And if you didn't visually represent things the way that they need to be represented for the story, then it would take away from it and people wouldn't get it as much.
Right. Well, and I mean, Sandman brings in so many different characters over the course of the stories, Cain and Abel, Lucifer, stuff like that. There's so many different pieces.
Pantheon.
Right. And so then it's that whole
Stop
I
talking
can't believe
for 1 sec.
Oh, don't stop after brushing. Brushing your teeth only targets a quarter of your mouth. Listerine.
Alright, okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do here. To be honest, I literally don't have a clue what's going on.
So it just keeps coming through your headset.
Like everything. Everything. I had a YouTube video playing there. I could see the audio coming up.
Okay. Well, I guess hang on. Tristan's saying that she can hear you.
Yeah, I know. I have my mic on, but I'm presuming that the echo is back as well.
Oh.
We're not on Discord, it's Skype.
Yeah. Let us know if the echo is back on with Johnny's mic on. Also, Joseph, that's not vodka, that's ice water. Yeah, based on Hikagi's reaction, it probably is echoey.
What's his reaction?
Yeah, it just sounds like
it's me and Giz that have the echo, not Johnny and Carter, which is weird.
Tristan says, yeah, Giz is echoing.
So it's Giz and... You talk for a sec, Carter.
She said it was me earlier, but it was really faint for some reason. I guess it's more noticeable.
I'm seeing audio levels for you coming up on my mic, on my microphone.
According to Hikagi, I'm hiding from some vents, or I'm hiding in vents from aliens.
Yeah, listen back to it. For me, it sounds like it's me and Giz. Carter and Johnny sound fine.
Apparently, I just started in because Tristan says I'm also.
Okay, well, everything's a shit show then. I don't know what else to tell. It sounded fine for me like literally seconds ago.
And now it's, oh my god, you're fine now.
And now I'm fine. Well, I know I'm fine. Thanks for.
Yeah, I think
he turned his headset back off.
He turned it off. We can't even hear him now.
But yeah, so like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I looked at the cast lineup, and they've got some great people popping in and out and stuff. For anybody who wants to see it, though, it's The Sandman will launch globally on Friday, August 5th on Netflix.
I think it's one of those shows that if it gets past its first season and if it gets its viewership, it'll be... Oh yeah, heard that.
Yeah, you're still coming through my mic, though.
But yeah, no. Like I said, I think if it gets past the first season and if people watch it and if it gets its viewership or whatever, it'll be one of those freight trains that just keeps going.
Right.
Yeah, because of the amount of source material that it has to back it up and the amount that can go. You know, it's even if they
and then I mean, you also have that concern where they start like kind of cutting up good stories to fit into running time, and you know,
even if they do that, there's still so much material that they can draw from, irregardless. That, and because of the nature of it, I feel that as long as they're able to keep.
Hey, Cash, what's up, man?
Hey-o.
Hello, Cash. How are you?
I feel that you know, as long as they can keep a coherent running story, then they should be good. But like I said, I was never a fan of the Sandman comics, but that's just personally because for that story at least, I've enjoyed other Gaiman stories, but for that story at least, I thought Gaiman was very, very wordy, and I'm reading a comic, and if I wanted to read all those words, I'd be reading a book, because I do like reading books. But you know what I mean?
This is like the best kind. Like, this is a book with pictures. I mean, it's like awesome.
That is called an illustrated book, and I'm happy to accept illustrated books. But when I am looking at a comic book, and it is 90% fucking blurb for the entire length of the comic book, then I'm kind of like, I'm holding a book in my hands, not a comic. It's just you could have saved on stuff and just you could have had all these words here and like one big picture, and it would have spelled the scene as much as what little detail we get from these pictures here and all the words that are. No, I'm oversimplifying it, obviously, of course, because I'm obviously taking away from the fact that if I had bothered my arse, it would be a rich and intricate story that I'm missing out on. And I appreciate that. it just in that format was not for me. Maybe I'll find the TV show a little bit more digestible as a result.
Right. No, like I said, they've actually got quite a few cool people for cast members and stuff. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how they do. Tom Sturridge is going to play Dream. Dude, doesn't look familiar to me, though. That's the only downside. But like I said, they've also got other people coming in. Gina Coleman, who played one of the Doctor's companions there for a few.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. Wait a minute. No. I don't know enough about characters to theorize who she might be. Never mind. But
and then Game of Thrones, she was the tall blonde chick. I can't remember her name. The badass. And
Brienne
played Captain Phasma.
Yeah, her too.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
So she's playing Lucifer. So I'm like, dude, okay, cool cast. This hopefully will rock. So, August 5th. We will find out.
Hopefully she doesn't get thrown in a garbage can.
Right.
Hey, Cash. This is got a big old high in the comments feed. Yes, don't worry. We remember you from Fall Guys the other day. Yeah, like I said, Sandman is one of those comics that has been around for so long and is so notable that I imagine there'd be an awful lot of top tier talent that's kind of going, is there a part in Sandman that I can take yet? Let me know when there is. You know, that's
right.
And this is, of course, presuming that it gets past the first season, that it gets its viewership, that people get it, if you get my meaning, because I suppose people have been kind of prepped for the kind of high-end stuff now, but it's a very, at times, conceptualized story, whereby because he's through people's dreams and subconscious and all the different imagery and things like that, and how that works, it could get very out there very, very fast.
And it's weird because it seems like Sandman's kind of picked up some steam because there was a audio version that they were going to do there for a second. What's a boy's name? Jordan Lovett. Jordan something Lovett.
Yeah. Jordan Levitt.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to work to get like an audiobook kind of put together with people and shit. So it just seems like Sandman's getting some kind of cool attention lately.
So
it's not surprising considering, like I said, it's been knocking around for so long. It's just
we're probably going to pull a plug on the show so I can fix this audio because I can't do it while we're live.
Right.
Okay.
Because I can't talk.
Do we want to come back and do the show 2 halves, or?
If we're not back on in like 15 minutes, assume we're not back on. I will put a post on the YouTube page anyway, in the community feed, and let you know.
Okay.
What?
Can they hear you now, or can?
Yeah, they can hear me now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm pretty sure they can hear me now. Anyway.
Okay.
All right, guys. Sorry about this. I don't know what the hell happened. I think. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened. I will hopefully be back on in like 15 minutes, but keys went back to being stuck in vents. Well, that's the way it goes. Right, catch you in a bit.